What do we do with our bodies? What do we do with our arms when we're performing? There's something called the expressive plane. A singer must adopt an expressive plane for each thought fragment, and each event in the text will have an impact on where the body is. So we're going to look at what does a body naturally do, and how can these movements in the body be used to enhance your performing. Let's talk about gravitational center. What is the gravitational center? It sounds scientific. Not really. It's where we stand in the space. Left, gravitational center. Right. Taking the gravitational center back, bringing it forward. When you move to the side, it's because you're having a new thought. You're having new energy coursing through your veins. You always place the weight on one leg and use the other leg to support. This sets up a move in the opposite direction, which could set up a move backward with the tuck of the heel, or forward on the right foot with the tuck of the left heel. These are all simple, reusable movements that are infinite in their variety and can be applied to every text you have. The first frontier of movement is called weight shift. My weight goes right. My gravitational center then is in this area. Left, gravitational center here. Weight shift forward. Always keep that sense that you are completely balanced and stable. And then your performing will be balanced and stable as well. And singing requires tremendous stability. It's highly athletic, huge challenges, very extended range, very extended use of the instrument. Give yourself the benefit of positioning yourself based on what you're thinking and feeling, and then use the text purely to confirm that. I'm not suggesting that you have to stay frozen in place, but in terms of weight shift, you must stay in this gravitational center while you're expressing one thought. The new thought will often move you off of that. Number two, we have something called rotation. Rotation for a performer that's on stage covers, let's say, 10 minutes on a clock, that at the bottom, at the front of your clock. Rotation just means simply adjusting here. Rotations come in according to small adjustments in thinking. They happen over one gravitational center. I'm on my left gravitational center. A bigger change in energy brings me to my right gravitational center. Smaller changes, smaller phrases, inserts, small structures. These little details will create energy. Even a package of words will create a new energy, but it's over this gravitational center. However, a new thought, that will move me. That may even walk me at a certain point. Another factor, where is this? Where is my head, face, eyes? Where are they going? They're free to move, still over a gravitational center, however. Maintain this gravitational center, or the right gravitational center, or the center works in limited situations. But this can actually adjust. When does it adjust? Again, it's purely structural. Small structures, small groupings of words, these are the times that you will feel the need to embellish and reinvest physically by moving your focus from here to here. Gesture. How does the gesture factor into this whole process of the expressive plane? Well, each expressive plane has a gesture. There's one, another, 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 another. Each expressive plane has a gesture. What are these gestures? Let's go through just a collection of, let's call them families. We have the provocative, thought-provoking, evocative family. This sort of opened up, slightly extended fingers. We have the cautionary family, the careful, the reflective. We have analytical. It can be either hand, analytical. We have logical, falling back, opening up, opening up. We have invested, deeply invested, interested, all of these palm up gestures. And we have relaxed. Relaxed, anything that's outside this core setup is relaxed. So we're going to go through a bunch of texts and we're going to look at possible places and particularly at possible ways to explore the gesture in your song text and to explore the weight shift in your song text, to understand rotation, to understand changes in focus. I feel you, Joanna, and one day I'll steal you. Two thoughts, two different expressive planes, potentially two different gravitational centers, potentially a rotation, potentially a step back or a step forward. Consider everything when you're learning your songs. I feel you, Joanna. Change. And one day I'll steal you till I'm with you. Then I'm with you there. Where? Change. Gesture, body. I feel a backward. Sweetly buried in your yellow hair. That note goes on forever. But you're allowed to feel your gesture floating with the note floating. Small shifts in thought, small shifts in the acting plane, the expressive plane. Little focus change, little rotation. These moves liberate energy, liberate tension, let you reinvest, let you build, let you find nuance. Lord, let me find him, small change, that I may see him, change, safe behind bars, I will never rest, till then, this I swear, change. This I swear by the stars. Small fragmented thoughts. Keep the gesture very, very, very subtle. There, out in the darkness, change. A fugitive running, fallen from grace. Again, there out in the darkness, you have this evocative, provocative gesture coming into play. There, out in the darkness. Then the memory of who you're talking about. A fugitive running. What about him? Coming out to the audience. Fallen from grace. All accomplished on one gravitational center. Let the quality of the voice, the quality of the impulsive tone, give you all the variety you need. There, out in the darkness, a fugitive running, falling from grace. Don't allow yourself to give in to these indulgences. Remember, it's all coming from inside, and it starts very, very slowly and quietly to erupt out of you. Inside out. Fallen from grace. Now I'm going to talk to God. Commitment. This is deeply invested. God be my witness. Personal, logical. You know me, God. I never shall yield. Conditional? Till we come face to face. We're repeating the phrase again because of the deep contemplative nature and the worry, the concern. Till we come face to face. Energy, this is where you begin to move. He knows his way in the dark, me, but mine is the way of the Lord. It continues on like that. Allow yourself to discover, allow yourself to find. This is a long phrase, which again can be accomplished on one gravitational center. I'm not suggesting you restrict yourself to one gravitational center, but I'm suggesting that stability leads to great artistry. Try not to interfere with these things. Try not to sway in the middle of a phrase. That's a weight shift, yes, but it's not a constructive weight shift, and it serves no purpose. It's not related to what you're feeling. It's related to a habit you've taken on. Try not to gesture in the middle of the phrase. The gesture should have been set up and should respond structurally as you go along, but not ever on individual words. And do not collide the gesture and the movement at the same time. Walking is another issue entirely for musical theater performers and classical singers, opera singers in particular. We have to move. The song repertoire doesn't require a lot of movement, but think in terms of movement as a liberating factor, as something that's going to liberate tension, going to liberate new ideas, going to refresh you. Où donc les vents l'ont-ils chassé? Change. Cette âme adorable d'Élise. Walk. N'est-il plus un parfum qui reste de la suavité céleste? Just to review the footwork, interestingly, good stagecraft requires, if you're going to go to the right, you throw your weight to the left. Weight shift left. That frees this leg to lead off in a very open way. Most of our performing is being sent out this way. So I can't tell you how awkward it is for someone to start off like this. It closes you off. But you'll never be closed off as long as you throw your weight away from the direction you want to go in. We always move in odd steps. I always end on 3, 5, or 7. Why? Same theory. It keeps me open. If I end on 4 and I tuck, I'm actually singing at the back of the theater. End on 3. 1, 2, plant on 3, bring your tuck in. The heel will always tuck in to stabilize the whole movement. And the walk is always on a slight curve. I actually fall back when I walk. This confines the amount of territory, particularly in the art song that we're singing here. You don't want to be wandering across the stage on that. Many art singers, in fact, stay close to the piano.